Hey everyone, it's Miss O'Neill. Welcome back. Jake just wanted to say hi. He's a little sleepy, but he was really interested in what I was doing, so I thought I'd pop him in. Let's go ahead and get started with today's math lesson. Are you ready, Jake? All right, so before we go ahead and get started with today's math lesson, we're going to do a quick review of what we learned yesterday. Yesterday, we talked all about rewriting to add. So we talked about taking addition problems that look like this and putting them into our tens and ones chart and solving them together. So again, Dora the Explorer style. I'll write this a little bit bigger so you can see it. Erase, erase. We have the problem 81 plus 9. We have to take this problem, write it into our tens and ones chart. So let's take a look at the number 81 first. How many tens are in the number 81? Nice, awesome job. We have 8 tens in the number 81. And that leaves us with how many ones? Yep, you're right, just one. Remember to stick them right next to each other. Oops. We don't want them to get lost. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give us a little, nice, so we can tell the numbers apart. Now we have the number 9 left. Here's a tricky one. How many tens are in the number 9? How many tens are in the number 9? You're right, there are no tens in the number 9. You can go ahead and put a 0 there, or if you want to, you can go ahead and just leave it blank. I'm going to add a 0. So that means that we're left with 9 ones. So we'll put the 9 over here. Awesome. And then we just go ahead and add like we normally do. Step number 1, you got to add those ones. 1 plus 9 is, yeah, you got it. It's 10. Cool. Step number 2, do I need to regroup? Take a look. Do you think you might need to regroup here? Yeah, you're right, we do. We have too many ones here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away the 10 from the one spot and I'm going to add it up here. That leaves us with 0 ones over here, and that's okay. Now, step number 3, add the tens, matey. We're going to go ahead and add all of the numbers in the tens column together. 1 plus 8, and then whatever this is, plus 0. So tell me what 1 plus 8 is. Nice, you're right. 1 plus 8 is 9. And 9 plus 0, sorry about that. Yeah, 9 plus nothing is still 9. We have our answer here. Step number 4. Am I done? Am I sure? Yes, we are done, and yes, we are sure. We have our answer. 81 plus 9 equals 90. Awesome job. Go ahead and give yourself a kiss on the brain and a pat on the back. I'm going to go ahead and erase this. We're going to get started with today's lesson. Today we're on Chapter 11, Lesson number 2. We're talking about estimating sums. Talked a little bit about this before, but never like this. So we're talking about when we don't need an exact sum. We don't need the exact right answer to our addition problem. What we can do is just estimate to make it a little bit easier to solve. So let's say that I have the problem, let's go with 12 plus 28. And the question is asking me to round each addend to the nearest 10 and then estimate the sum. I'm going to go ahead and write that up here. Round each addend. And we have 2 big math vocab words here we're going to talk about in a second. To the nearest 10, and then we are going to estimate sorry, make that a little bit easier to read. The sum. Awesome. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead with a different color marker over here. Addend. We know what this word means. Addend are the two numbers that we add together to get our answer. And we also know, here's my green one, there we go. We also know what the word sum means. Sum is going to be this number over here. It's going to be the answer to our problem. So the question is asking us to round each addend to the nearest 10 first. So I have to do this with each number separately. So I'm going to take a look at the number 12 first. But before we do that, actually, let's go ahead over to this picture over here that you're probably looking at and going, Miss O'Neill, what is that? That, my friends, is our rounding roller coaster. I'm so excited to start talking about this with you. So we're imagining that each number has its own cart in this roller coaster. But here's the thing, depending on what number you are, you might have to go back down the roller coaster the way you came instead of going all the way up and over. So if you are a number that ends in a 1, 2, 3, or 4, you're going to have to go back down the roller coaster where you came. If you're a number that ends in 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you get to go all the way through the roller coaster. You okay, Jake? You're just chewing on your toys. You're fun. All right. So, if we have the number 12, the number 12 is right here on my little number line. I'm going to have to round it. Here's the number 10. Here's the number 20, because the question is asking me to round to the nearest 10. If number 12 is all the way over here, is it closer to the 10 or is it closer to the 20? What do you think? Is 12 closer to 10 or closer to 20? Nice, you're absolutely right. It's closer to 10. On our rounding roller coaster, 2 is right here. It's just going to go right back down, right over here to the number 10. So what I'm actually going to do is, no, I'm not going to erase. I'm going to write just right above it, 10. You with me so far? Let's go ahead and do the number 28 now. I'm going to circle the 30 all the way down here, just so we have all of our 10s, 10, 20, 30, all circled and covered in green for St. Patrick's Day. And I'm going to erase the star off of the 12 because we don't need it anymore. I'm going to go ahead to the number 28, all the way down here. Cool. 28. All right, Dora the Explorer style, are you ready? Is 28 closer to 20 or 30? Tell me. Is 28 closer to 20 or 30? Awesome. 28 is closer to the number 30. We can tell in our rounding roller coaster, 8 is right there. It's going to have whoop, no problem going right over. Whoop, right to 30. Part 1, done. We rounded each addend, each part of our addition problem, to the nearest 10. Now it is time to estimate the sum. When we estimate the sum, all we're doing is we're adding the easier numbers together Tell me, what is 10 plus 30? 110 plus 3 tens equals, that's right, 4 tens. And we know that 4 tens equals 40. Awesome job. 4 tens equals 30. So we rounded each add-in to the nearest 10, 12 to 10, 28 to 30, and then we estimated the sum, 40. So we can tell that 12 plus 28 isn't exactly 40. It's about 40. Awesome job. I'm going to go ahead and erase that star over here. We're going to do one more quick problem together. One more quick problem together. I want you to grab your math practice book because you guessed it, you're going right over to page 67. Page 67 in your practice book. Let's do the first problem together, just to make sure you really got the hang of this. This problem is 23 plus 47. Or actually, no, let's not do that one. That's not on our number line. Plus, that one's already solved for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 3. 25 plus 16 equals what? You gotta round each addend to the nearest 10, and then we have to estimate the sum. So first thing we're gonna do is round each addend. Let's take a look at the number 25. Uh-oh, this one might be a little bit tricky. I'm gonna put a star over 25 right over here. 25. Answer this question for me. Is it closer to 20 or 30? Is 25 closer to 20 or is it closer to 30? Yeah, you're right. It's a little bit tricky. It's right smack dab in the middle. So I'm not 100% sure what to do. So I guess the only thing we can do is take a little ride on our rounding coaster. Let's see. 1 is over here, 2, 3, 4, but I'm looking for a 5. I'm going to go, oh, awesome. 5 is over here on our rounding roller coaster, which means 5 or above, we round up. It's going to have no problem getting right down that roller coaster. So 25 rounding up to the nearest 10 is going to be 30. Awesome. Oh, Jake, you're having a great time chewing on your toys, huh? All right. Took care of 25. Now it's time to take care of 16. You're going to have no problem with this. You know exactly what to do. Is 16 closer to 10 or 20? You tell me. 16 closer to 10 or 20? What are you thinking? Nice, awesome job. 16 is absolutely closer to 20. You can even tell by looking at our rounding coaster over here. 20. Cool, and now we have rounded each addend to the nearest 10, and now we can estimate the sum. 30 plus 20 equals, yeah, you got it, 50. 3 tens plus 5 tens, 3 tens plus 2 tens equals 5 tens, 50. Awesome. Great job. Give yourself a kiss on the forehead and a pat on the back. I want you in your math practice book on that page number 67 just to take care of the rest of our estimate the sums page. All right. Awesome job. I'll see you when I see you.